Andre and the Flow. So grateful to be with you tonight. So grateful to be with you tonight. It is April 28th. April 28th. 2020, day 46 of us being together. I think that'll work. That'll do for tonight. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. You know the deal. I'm Little Miss Muffet, sitting on her tuffet of gratitude. Just hanging out with whoever wants to hang out with me as we hold space for gratitude and appreciation. It's not changed. It's literally been the same thing from day one. So thank you for hopping through, everybody who's watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and also lovecityarts.org. If you want, you can put a comment right there, and that will let me know who you are and where you're watching from. In the meantime, I'm going to pick an angel card like I do every night. Oh, wow. Let's see what's going to guide our discussion tonight. Let me know who you are and where you're watching from. Also, let me know how's your day been? Was it a quiet one? How was your day? I'm also going to turn down my face. I feel like I'm just really bright tonight, and I don't really need to be that particularly bright. Is that a little better, everybody? That may be a little better, a little closer to the real skin tone. Yeah, that's better. All right. Anywho, thank you for being here. Let's see which card is going to actually pop out for us for our discussion together tonight. Hope that your Tuesday was awesome. I'm late tonight because I was actually on the phone with Mariah. Mariah and I are working on Sip and Play, which is going to be this awesome opportunity to read new plays that have never been read before. And well, some of them have been read before, but some of them are like fresh. Like our idea was, if there's somebody who has written a play that no one's ever heard, but they want to hear it, but they don't have actors in their lives, or they don't know people who can read for them, we'll connect the writers with the readers and then create this network of people that are just exchanging and creating and helping each other improve their art. And so we were talking about that and a bunch of other projects that we're cooking up. Feels good to not be standing in place. And if you need to take rest and if you need to chill, that's cool too. But you know, I'm really excited about the fact that things are kind of still moving forward. Anyway, tonight's word is light. I was just shuffling and that one came to the top of the deck, and yeah, tonight's word is light. Let's see what this book has to say. Let your spiritual nature illuminate and brighten each day. Pay attention, it says with an exclamation point. Pay attention. Brushing over details can create gray and stagnant areas. Wow. That's intense. Let your spiritual nature illuminate and brighten each day. Pay attention. Brushing over details can create gray and stagnant areas. It's like, slow down. Pay attention. Let your spiritual nature illuminate. Whatever that means for you and to you. Wow, that's incredible. So yeah, every night I've gotten on. Some nights are busy nights where everyone's in the space, and then other nights are slower nights, where I kind of come in and I wipe down the bar, I put out the coasters and things, but a lot of people don't come through, and that's cool too. I promised Spirit that I would do these things regardless of whether people showed up or not. And so, yeah, I am so grateful all the same. Today I had to talk to Mariah. Today I got caught up and organized on a bunch of little projects and pieces of projects. It felt really good. Finally, the dust has settled enough now that I've been able to kind of organize. I'm at inbox 0, or have things added to task lists everywhere. I guess we needed 46 days to catch up, and I'm caught up, and it just feels good to catch up on my work, having learned the lesson, the lessons of the years when I couldn't just stop and pause, and now I'll get some ducks in a row. It feels wonderful. It really does. It really does. Yeah, it's gonna be a really, really fun. It's gonna be a very, very fun project to work on. I'm really, really excited. If you haven't gone over to the website and seen the names of the plays and the synopsis of the plays, and yeah, it's just really, really creative and fun time. Yeah. Even in the house. What are you up to? What's going on for you? We're just chilling together. I'm going to go over here and sit on this rock. I'm so grateful for my support network. I'm so grateful for those who remind me that I'm loved. I'm so grateful for the food that I was able to eat today. I'm so grateful for physical strength. I'm so grateful for the health that I have. I'm so grateful for the time that I have. I'm so grateful for the clothes that I have. How about you? So yeah, I've been here for 46 days, holding space in community. Feels great to know that I'm not alone. Oh my gosh. It's been wonderful to look down at my phone and look down at my devices and see glimmers of light everywhere. I could not imagine what this would have been like to go through in the 80s. I mean, they would have done what they needed to do as well, but just think about it. So, we're winning. I'm winning. And I'm winning. I'm indoors. I'm safe. I'm fed. Yeah. Anyway, it's not okay for us to be winning and not hold in our hearts those who are suffering. So I just want to take a moment to remember those who are suffering and who are in pain. And just hold them as we do every night in the arms of love. People who are being abused, people who are on the front lines, people who are just in intense suffering and pain. Our heart breaks for those who cannot be with their loved ones on their death, while they're on their deathbeds. The people who don't have access across the country to have proper funerals and memorials for the people that they loved for all of their lives. May they be comforted. May they be comforted. So yeah, I'm just going to end there for the night. I'm very, very grateful for you. Folks who will tune in via the podcast or via these live streams. I'm so grateful that we have this opportunity. It's a wonderful opportunity. So like I said, every night I'll come in here around 8:30, close to 8:30. I've been getting later and later, so maybe I should just get my shit together. But I'll come in here every day at 8:30 roundabout. And I'll just sit here on this rock and I'll just remember that God is still good and goodness is still here. And mercy is still here. And there's so many unknowns and there's so much fear, but we don't have to give in to fear. We can just walk through this one step at a time. Left, right, left, right. Left, right, left, right. So yeah, we're just gonna keep walking through this together in community. And so I'll be here every night on my Muffet, or am I on, I think I'm Miss Muffet on the Tuffet of gratitude and appreciation. Just remembering that it ain't all bad. It ain't all bad. It ain't all good. But it ain't all bad. And since we have all of this time to be introspective and reflective and introspective, I hope that we are unpacking the beauty within us so that we can amplify that in the years ahead, in the making of our lives, our beautiful lives, and the terror that we find, because life is beauty and terror, the terror that we find ways to work with those things that are the most negative and darkest parts of us. We find a way to healthily integrate them into ourselves so that they don't destroy us. We just recognize, oh, that's where I obsess over things I can't control. And then we just learn to use our personal practices to kind of work through the areas where we're stuck. I mean, this whole situation has been this incredible mirror. Like, Andre, just look at yourself. Look at yourself. Look at how you respond to that email or that text. Look at how you're triggered by this. Look at how you were triggered. Yeah, it's all of these moving pieces, and it's in my face because I'm indoors. I've been in the house for 46 days. So yeah, you see these awesome parts of yourself that you fall deeper in love with. And then you see these not so cool parts of yourself that you fall deeper in love with. Because you realize that love kind of dissolves everything into this space where we just free ourselves from suffering, or we surrender our suffering and pain to a presence and power higher than ourselves. And then we just settle into a space of peace. We've surrendered it. You know, it's like, if you're going to worry, then don't pray. If you're going to pray, then don't worry. It's one of those things. Or a healthy balance in between, where you're mindful and aware and alert to what's happening in life, but also not so attached to anything to the point to where it causes you incredible suffering. And some of you will understand what I'm talking about. Some of you are like, but there's a space where if we don't get so fixated on how we want this to unfold, if we can just hold it a little less tightly, we would feel our suffering begin to cease. Because we don't need to know what's in the future. We just need to surrender the future to the future. Let tomorrow take care of itself. It's been so great not knowing. I don't know anything. Because the moment I think I know something, it literally like something changes. And then we've been talking over the last 46 days about how just like 2 or 3 steps to the left or to the right can change your whole opinion about what you think you're witnessing. It's all a reflection or a projection of what's in the mind. So if you're sitting on a good situation right now, if you're feeling good, know that is a projection. Taking full responsibility for my life. Taking full responsibility for my life. Taking full responsibility for my life. If I'm experiencing good and lighthearted elements and like warm tones in my area, that's because that's what's projecting out of my mind. It's what I have like allowed myself to see. But if I'm in a really, really messed up situation, it's like dark. And I'm talking, I'm not talking about like systems of abuse and oppression and things like that. I'm not trying to pretend that people are, that's their version of a good thing. So let that be for the gram. I'm not saying that people who are, abused or in suffering like deserve. I'm just saying that like those of us who are complaining when we're in the midst of so much good, we need to get a grip. It is us. We need to get a grip. I'm sitting in the house with you all drinking a cold one on Al Gore's internet. I'm just going to choose to not complain. And if something bothers me, I'm going to be like, oh man, that really bothers me. And I'm just going to be with it. Like, it really bothers me. And I'm really disappointed that there will be no Pride events in New York City this year. That makes me extremely sad. It bothers me. But I gotta like kind of be with the fact that it bothers me, that this sense of like this event that brought me peace and joy is canceled. I've got to be with the fact that bothers me. And then accept that it's disappointing. And then be with that disappointment for as long as I need. And then I need to put that down and start to cultivate the present moment. Like, because that was in June anyway. And I was always in like March and April. I think they told us this month. So in April. So the future was always in some place that I didn't have. So I can be with the disappointment and the bother of these things being canceled. I can hold that and be disappointed, but not to the point to where it causes me suffering. I don't need to suffer. And that's one thing I learned. I'm not trying to like bring anybody into any shape. I don't really care what you believe or what path you take, as long as it's to love and not causing harm. As long as you're not causing harm and you're walking towards love, I'm good with whatever. So I'm not trying to like save anybody or teach anything. I'm just saying that my Buddhist path brought me to this space where I can recognize that there's suffering, that I'm causing myself suffering. Usually 99.9% of the time from what I'm thinking about, what I'm focusing on in here. And so I've been trying to learn and really dedicate a large chunk of my life to figuring out how to really release my attachment to things like pride so that I can have a little less suffering in my life. Does that make sense? I don't want to suffer, especially indoors. Not like this. Not like this. I don't want to suffer. I don't want to suffer. I just want to be okay. I just want to be okay. No, just be okay. And I know that someone who will hear this now or in replay, that's you too. Just want to be okay. You don't want to be fighting. You don't want to be fighting with anybody. You don't want to be in conflict. You don't want to have any enemies. You don't want to be at war right now. Do you really? Do you really want to be at war internally or externally right now? In the midst of coronavirus? I don't think you do. I don't think you do. And so if you are at war with yourself or with other people or with a group of people or with the president, if you're at war with anyone right now and it's taking away from your peace, I want to give an invitation. I want to invite you to put that down. Like our parents used to do. Spit that out. Spit that out. That's not good for you. It's not good for you. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. It's not good for me. Being at war. So a couple of people... Alexa, stop. I guess she wanted to come over here and... I don't even know what I said that sounded like her name. In the studio. So yeah, I don't even want to be at war with myself right now. And so I've been really, really trying to be super gentle with myself. And when I feel agitated with myself, to just remember that I don't want to be at war. People who probably watch this later have been sending me, news articles about really, really bad things. Or I got one today. Kim's gonna kill me. I got a message from Kim about the fact that apparently Pence was somewhere without a mask. And I have been at war internally and externally with the stupidity in the White House for years now. And I've just decided to not be at war with it anymore. I'm not going to respond to that. So I sent her back a GIF of something and then just kept the conversation moving. I'm just not going to do it. It's not that I want to ignore the suffering in the world. I'm going to speak about how to love the suffering in the world. I'm going to be promoting my efforts and the efforts of other community leaders and how to heal this land. But being at war with Trump and Pence, I'm done with that. I cannot be at war. I will make choices that are infused with love and compassion to further the agendas and operations of those who are doing the most help and doing the most work. But I'm not going to be at war with evil anymore, because being at war with evil is exhausting when we could be giving so much love, like saying like, no, that's not okay. But like one time, like some of us on the team of light and spiritual development and spirituality, some of us that are on that path, we stay stomping on the ground, angry, but like we could be figuring out ways to strategically show more love. And the more light in a space dispels the darkness. So yeah, I have so many questions about like how us lovers are going to amplify love. And so if you know anybody who is doing awesome work in their communities and amplifying love, please drop me a line or a DM and let me know who they are, because I want to talk about them. I want to talk about them and get money to them and get federal money and aid to them. I want to get it to them more than I want to talk about Trump and Pence. We're going to do what we need to do at the polls in November. We're going to do it, but like I'm not dwelling in negativity between now and then. We know we're good people. We know that we love. Like that's who we are. So I don't want to talk about the opposition. I don't. We can just call them out and then get about the work of doing more love. We're focused on the wrong shit. And that's just how I feel about it. So, if you are a lover, if you are a Christian, whatever that means today, if you are someone who walks with God, spirit, source, divine intelligence, whatever you want to call it, if you are that type of person, I really want you and I to get curious over the next few days, weeks, and months about how we want to love more deeply. And it does not need to be an amplified, live streamed event. But I think that we owe it to ourselves and we owe it to the lives we want to create. If we want love-filled, hope-filled, vibrant, abundant lives, if that's what we want, we say that's what we want, we got to really get strategic about how we love and the intensity of our love. The intensity of our love. Because we're worthy of it. We're worthy of it, and we are enough. We are enough. We are enough to the extent to where we can make this happen. So, anyway, that turned into a situation, but I just had to get it off my chest. I really did. really didn't. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being who you are. Thank you for showing up and sitting here across from me tonight. I always count it a blessing to be in the company of any child of God, including the ones that get on my damn nerves. But there's something beautiful about them and within them as well. And we're all just leading each other home. We're all just teaching each other our lessons so that hopefully we can become higher, brighter versions of ourselves. That's the hope, right? That's the hope. So anyway, before we go, here's the last moment and opportunity. If you will type in what you're grateful for, it will appear right there and we can chat about it a little bit. Otherwise, I wish you a wonderful night that you deserve. Last thing I will share is something that Marissa Peer has been teaching me through her lectures. Who would you be and how would you show up if you believed that you were enough? And I just want to share that message, to relay that message to you as well. Like, give some time to thinking about who you would be in the world and how you behave and how you would interact with people and the dreams that you would reach for and the emails that you would write and the things you would do if you really believed that you were enough. And like I've told you before, I've written it on the mirrors in the house. You are enough. I am enough. I am enough is what it says. I am enough. And I've written that because it just changes the whole way you are in the world. I believe that if more people believed that they were enough, we could transform this. The situation, this environment, and this world. I'm done. Have a very, very good night. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you tomorrow at 8:30. Like I said, I'm Little Miss Muffet sitting on the tuffet of gratitude and appreciation. I'm Andre in the Flow, and this was The Good Report.